TSN did its projection, and I think it's only centers, I believe, correct?
It's only centers,
It's only centers. The top 300. And we go through some of these lists that ESPN or Fox or wherever they come from, taking a look at fantasy on where they believe this is going to show up. So let's go back to our unbelievably epic music, which I have stolen. Here we go. And this is the projection in terms of points for centers in the NHL this year. Dave, what do you think of this list? Is it close?
I'm going to give it about a C+, maybe. I mean, it's easy. A blind squirrel could figure out Connor McDavid, Sidney Crosby 1-2. Then it kind of gets a little sketchy for me because I don't have Austin Matthews at number 3. I think he's going to have a nice season. I think eventually he will be number 3. In fact, eventually he might be number 2. But man, they're missing the boat on a lot of these guys. And you kind of look at it. The first glaring mistake is Mark Scheifele at number 12 is just ridiculous. This guy is the best, and let me say this again, the best center in the Western Conference outside of Connor McDavid.
I'm sorry, what team does he play for?
Winnipeg Jets.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So I look at that and I go, man, and then Leon Draisaitl, I would actually put him in a top 5 to 7 range. I don't know what he's floating around at number 17. That's crazy. Other misses, swings and misses. I have Malkin a little bit higher. I have Sagan a little bit higher. I have Matthews actually probably around the number 5 spot. Maybe 4 if he has that kind of season. 4, 5, 6 is fair. Jack Eichel, by the way, if Jack Eichel stays healthy, Jack Eichel will flirt with the top 5 spot. This guy was lights out as soon as he returned from his high ankle sprain, and actually his second half was better than anybody's in the NHL, and he played for the Buffalo Sabres, which had nothing to play for, and he still produced. Imagine if they actually do something like they're supposed to do, and we've heard that before. Look at your goaltending, Buffalo. It sucks, and that's the reason why you're not going to do anything. Other than that, I mean, sure.
Do we think Robin Lehner, is he...
Well, the thing is, I had so much hope for Robin Lehner when he was,
we all did.
An Ottawa Senator. Big goaltender. He comes from a goaltending factory overseas, basically, and he hasn't really panned out. And I think a lot of it is in between the ears. It just doesn't seem to have the focus, the dedication, and all that kind of stuff that goes mentally into the game of goaltending. They'll soon find out. They'll have those answers made. I think this is a make it or break it year for Robin Lehner in a Buffalo Sabres uniform.
Also, I think in the league, Dave, as you know, as always, to declare yourself as a number 1, you can't do that. Just ask James Reimer.
Yeah.
They'll tell you if you're a number 1 or not, and I think he is flirting in that area.
Yeah, he is. Like, you know, he might end up being a serviceable backup if we're talking about him in 3 or 4 years, but I don't think you want that if you're Robin Lehner, you know, a top prospect with the Sens at the time. I would drop on this list statistically a Patrice Bergeron, great center, maybe the best checking center in the league. I would drop Ryan Getzlaf because I don't think offensive production is there anymore. It's sad how Claude Giroux has dropped, but you know what? He's kind of deserved it. That's just the way it is. I would drop Jeff Carter a little bit from the number 13 spot. Jonathan Taves is a fantastic center. Would love to have him on my team anytime. Be the captain of my team, in fact. But scoring-wise, that production value is starting to dip a little bit as we go on.
I'm sorry, where's Jonathan Taves from? What province is he from?
Manitoba, the outstanding city of Winnipeg.
Looking for Manitoba.
Yes. Ryan Kessler would not be on my top 20. Ryan Johansson out of Nashville isn't part of my top 20. And outside of that, you know what? We'll see what happens on the injury front with a guy like Steven Stamkos, because he could be top 3, top 4, or he could be 15, 16 because the guy will, you know, go to 7-Eleven for a Slurpee and sprain an ankle on his way.
Roast beef. What you got, all Leafs or something? Are the first 4 all
I got
Leafs?
Bozak,
You Leaf
Kadri,
lover?
and Matthews. 1,
Leaf
2,
lover.
3.
Well, Mike, actually, Dave Keon is my... No, what do you got going? Oh, is it not on? I can't believe I muted your microphone. Why was that?
Weird.
What happened there? Okay, roast beef.
Oh, definitely Matthews 1, Bozak 2, Kadri 3.
See?
Yeah, there you go. That's bang on.
No, but I don't know. I kind of agree. I don't think I'd have Matthews at 3 just yet. Especially, like, this is talking fantasy points, I believe. It was their fantasy projections. And they project Tyler Seguin to have better points in everything except goals, like better stats. So I don't get how you can rank him below Matthews. I think he'll definitely be top 5 this year. I agree with that. Mark Scheifele needs to come up, and like you said, Dave, guys like Patrice Bergeron, Jonathan Toews, they might be good centers that you want on your team, but if they're not putting up the points, then
that's what it's all about.
They're not worth these fantasy projections.
You might notice that Paul Smith, otherwise known as Smitty, is in the crowd here today. He's the agent to the Stars. When we have big agent. I don't. Are there a lot of Montreal Canadiens on that list? Because
there is no Canadians.
I don't know if you got to score goals to win there, Smitty. So I don't know.
What? We just become best friends? Yep.